In this video, I'll show you my discoveries about the difference that grounding cable makes in light fixture. And you'll see, once you see how dramatic it is, you will never ever pick a plastic LED light with plastic enclosure. And you will always pick a metal enclosure, but not just any metal enclosure, but the one that has a grounding terminal, right? As it is in here, for example. But in this case, it's unplugged. Here is basically the gist of it. I'll show you a quick experiment and you see what happens when I plug in a light fixture and it is ungrounded. And then I'll ground it and you can see the difference. This is about 40 centimeters, maybe like half a meter distance, right? So here we go. I will first turn the trifle meter on. You can see it's about roughly about 1 or so, 0. This is interesting because technically keep it up off the for a better reading. All right, so if you get closer, let's say it reads about 22, keep about half a meter away, reads about 8 or so, and now I will plug in the grounding cable, right, in here in this terminal. See what happens. And you can hear the trifle meter bit just go quiet completely to 0, right? And if we move this a bit closer, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Well, look at this. Even I'm surprised. That's crazy. That's how close I have to get before I start reading an electrical field. Right? Look at this. And now I will unplug the grounding cable. Ouch, it's out. Look at this thing. Take off right away. And this is because this metal enclosure, it becomes like a Faraday cage, but if it's not grounded, it becomes more like an antenna, radiating things out rather than absorbing it, right? Which is pretty dramatic. I mean, once I learned this, I never again purchased light fixtures that didn't have a grounding terminal, like this one doesn't. Well, you can't see it, but it doesn't. And also plastic ones like this, which doesn't even have a metal case, so you can't even ground it if you wanted to, right? And this one's extremely noisy. I should probably plug this in so you can see quickly just how noisy this is with a LED driver. So there we go. Look at that. I plugged this. Let's see, it's about what, 25, and I plugged this in. Look at that. And the reading drops right away, right? That's quite dramatic. All right, let me plug in the plastic fixture quickly. Now, obviously, I'll be getting some reading from this unshielded cable here too, so I'll try to move it as far as I can and just set it like this against some other light fixture that's unpowered, and we'll power it up and see what the okay, fine, we'll leave it like this, elevated so that it doesn't conduct from the desk. All right, so here we go. See, it's 28. 16. very similar to basically an ungrounded ungrounded metal fixture, maybe even less, because an ungrounded metal fixture acts more like an antenna. So this is an interesting finding even for me, that you better have plastic like this rather than ungrounded metal. Interesting. So you see, now once I learned this, now I only get class 1 light fixtures that are all metal body and have a grounding terminal, third right here. Right? And this one, for example, also very good one. Very good. Clearly shows left, neutral, ground. So then this entire casing, this metal structure, becomes like a Faraday cage. And the Faraday cage only works if it's able to catch those electric fields and drain them. Otherwise, the cage itself becomes like an antenna, which is what I just demonstrated. And this one, for example, I would never buy. It's metal, and there is no terminal for the grounding wire, right? So this is a big mistake. I would not recommend buying things like this unless you want to do it yourself and drill holes in here, ground the metal fixture. This is basically a hack that I would have to do with this light fixture. I'll still use it, but I'll do what I just said I would. And I don't ever buy this anymore, this type of LED fixture, because the driver inside is very noisy. It produces a large electric field and also dirty electricity. Good luck. If you have any comments, feel free to leave me below. I'd be happy to answer. Bye for now.